Happening guys, Dreddy Eddie here. We're back with another video, another vlog. So we're at the Catchlight studio, our new studio space. Hopefully the sound isn't too bad. I can already hear there is a bit of an echo in here, but we'll try and figure that out. This first video is all about flash guns. And as you can see, I've got a bit of a problem with flash guns because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, 8, 9, plus the studio lights and several video lights actually lighting this up as well. This is not meant to be a in-depth technical review of any of these flash guns. I'm of course on the Canon system myself, but this is just my personal experiences with using these different flash guns. So hopefully if you're in the market of using a different flash gun and you want to know what it might be good or bad for, hopefully I might be able to help in any which way on this. But of course, if any of this content is helpful to you, please like and subscribe. I'm looking right down the camera for that. It will help us grow this channel, grow what we're trying to do. More than anything else, I'll do these videos for myself. So if no one sees it, it's still fun to do. And of course, at the studio, the Catchlight studio, we do family photo shoots for as little as 30 quid. So please do check out the website, come along, we're really friendly people and get some nice work done. But of course, let's get right into the review. That was cringy, I'm doing that again. Okay, let's get straight into the review. We've got quite a few different flash guns here. 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of flash gun that are used for different things, different purposes. But I'm gonna go through them and we're gonna explain why I like them, why I bought them, and why do I still use them? Because I've had a couple of flash guns break. I've actually broken 3 different flash guns in my time. These are the ones that have survived. Anyway, so the main different brands we have going on here are Canon. So these 4 are Canon, and these 3 are Godox, and they're for different reasons, okay? Different reasons, different purposes. The first flash gun is the 430 EX2 flash gun. I'll show you right here, so my face is out of focus. Look at that bokeh, nice lenses, eh? This is the smallest, the most inexpensive flash guns. I probably should have looked up the current prices of these on Amazon, but I didn't do that, so you're gonna have to do some research yourself. This is an interactive show, okay? You've got things to do, I've got things to do, you know how it is. I'm perfectly friendly. 430 EX2 flash gun, cheap and cheerful, but the one thing I have to say for Canon flash guns are these are durable. Really durable, I don't know why I said it like that, but these are really durable, they're really small. It's nicer having a couple of reliable flash guns that are durable, because then you can use them on jobs and you don't have to care too much about them getting broken, okay? So with this flash gun, I use it for lots of nightclub events, events where it will more likely get damaged when you just need a simple bounce flash. I'm quite fond of these. I do have mag mods and Gary Fongs as well, but you can't argue with how quick and usable these Omni bouncers are. They're cheap and cheerful. eBay, Amazon, I think they're like 3-4 quid. But yeah, so that's the first flash gun, 430 EX2 flash gun. I would have bought the EX1 flash gun for this purpose because they were built just as great, but I think they discontinued them. Not overly powerful. It doesn't have too many modes in terms of using it as a master or slave. You can't control other flash guns from this one, but you got high speed sync if it's on board, and you got rear curtain, which is really helpful for those low light nightclub shots. I've actually got 2 of those because my other half, she shoots clubs with me as well. One is really battered, really old. This is the new one, okay? This one is nicer looking, but give it a month and it will look terrible. These are the cheapest. I think I picked this one up, which was only a couple of weeks ago, 70 quid off Amazon. Inexpensive. So the second flash gun we're talking about is a bit more expensive, a bit of a jump up. It is the Canon. I'm gonna look at it, what it says here, because if I just do it off memory, I'm gonna get it wrong, okay? So this is the Canon 600 EX RT speedlight flash gun, whatever you wanna call it, okay? The Canon 600 EX RT, as you can see, next to its younger cousin, younger brother, is a bit bigger. It's got a slightly more output as far as I know, but it's more durable, a bit more output, and it feels more solid. These are really good because they give you a lot more options in controlling other flash guns, just straight off the back of the actual camera. You can have it as a slave, so you can have a trigger, a Canon trigger, and you can have a couple of these connected, and you can control the power from your camera. Okay, so that's hugely helpful if you want to run and gun quick. Instead of having a studio set up, you can have a couple of these set up in different places and control the power. And if you're shooting events, you want to be really quick. Again, this is midway. This is still kind of events shooting. But yeah, these are really good, but they are a bit more pricey. Whereas those around 70 to 100 quid, these are more towards the £400 kind of price. They're a bit bigger, a bit more durable, and they've got a lot more options in controlling each other and other flash guns. So if you're looking for something a bit more professional, used for more different situations, even somewhat into like a studio environment, these are really good. So there you go. The only gripe I have with these are they're somewhat underpowered. You can get around that by plugging in external batteries, which is helpful. It speeds up the recycle time. They're not as good for using in a photo shoot environment because of these flat Fresnel heads. So on to the next one. Here we go. You get a nice close up of these. These are the Godox flash guns. Okay, we've got the Canon, the V1C. This is for the Canon version. We've got the AD200 Pros here as well. Okay, and again, they're used for different things, but this is me this is me sticking my toe into a new system, okay? So the Canon version of the Godox V1 is amazing. The main difference, the main selling point of this is the Fresnel head is a circle. It gives a nicer throw of light as opposed to the flash guns we spoke about before. Because it's got magnet attachments, you can quite easily modify this for lots of different situations. So not only can you, again, bounce this around, bounce it off a wall, you can modify it by adding one of these so you don't have to carry a mag mod or a Gary Fong quite easily. You can create a similar kind of light. It's not going to be as good as a Gary Fong. I just like saying Gary Fong, but it's quick, it's easy. The main reason I like this is for the price and the battery, but we'll get to the battery. So the price of these are around 300-400, I guess. No, 200? Ben doesn't know. Well, yeah, these aren't as expensive, actually aren't as expensive as the 600 EXRTs, but they're just amazing, absolutely amazing. You can bounce them around again. They almost go all the way around, not quite on that side. You can on that side, but 9 times out of 10, if I'm shooting and I want to bounce the light behind my head, it just goes back. You just do it like that. Easy peasy, you know, that's nice, stylish. I'll do it again for you. Okay, cool. AA batteries, thing of the past, right? So you got these external batteries. You can plug them in, boom, done. When you get home, pop it out, put it on this little dock, charge overnight, and again, you're ready. I can shoot maybe just over a wedding with one of these batteries. I've only ever got one backup, and I've never had to use it on a full charge, from a full charge at the beginning of the day. So for that, that's amazing. Again, another reason I've moved over, or trying to move over to the Godox system, is you can control Godox flash guns just from this one, okay? So I've got a Godox trigger, so I can control all 3 of these from the camera, but if I wanted to just control these 2 and still have an onboard flash to bounce around, I can do that. I can shoot with this and turn these off. I can shoot with this and both of these, or I can turn this off and just have these firing just from my camera. So in terms of options and events, in terms of lighting up the entire room, the options are a lot more user-friendly and a lot more varied with the Godox. We got finally to my most excited purchase, right? You know what, I can't even just do this because these, you can't understand the power of these AD200 Pros without understanding all the variants and all the possibilities that these have outside of the unit itself. I'll talk about the unit first, but I'm gonna go get some other stuff as well, okay? So this unit, again, the same as the V1C, it has its own proprietary battery. You plug it in when you get home, you plug it in when you go to work, and it's done, okay? So these are flash guns. They have a screw at the bottom, so you can screw it down if you need to, okay? But there are lots of different ways you can clamp this down and use these externally. These are not meant to be used on the camera. These are used externally on something different, to use as a key light, hair light, fill light, bounce light. You can use it in a lot of different ways, but until you start figuring out about taking the flash off your camera, you don't understand how useful it is, okay? So again, you got the Fresnel head, which is great. You can get an attachment so you can make it a circle, the same as the V1C, but this comes straight off, and I'll show you why that's cool. Give me a second. You're filming me from over there. Oh, you should film Kasha. Filming Kasha. Okay, so you get all these attachments, right? Well, you don't get it in the box, but these just unlock the possibilities, the 8200s, and I'll show you why, okay? Like I say, you got the Fresnel head that comes straight off, great. And then you've got a different attachment. This metal bit comes separately, but they're well worth getting. So you can attach that straight on. Now, look at this. It's got a bulb for studio, okay? So if you're attaching different modifiers on this bulb will fill up that modifier a lot better than a Fresnel head. So if you're using a softbox, beauty dish, snoot or anything like that, it will spread the light a lot better, okay? Awesome, so you basically got a studio light. These are almost 4 times as powerful as any of the other most powerful flash guns, okay? It doesn't stop there. Again, Godox, they sell the S-mount clamp. I think they're the S-mount, don't hold me to that. But basically, you can put these straight in here, attach this to a light stand, and you're good to go. You don't need to screw it on the bottom. It's a bit more secure. Plus, it gives you these Bowens mounts, okay? So you put that in, you screw it down. Now you can put different modifiers on top of this, okay? So you've got now an external flash gun, which is 4 times the power of any of these flash guns, almost 4 times the power, on basically the same full factor in your bag, okay? Awesome. The only thing that a lot of people don't even talk about, okay, with this S-mount system is to actually make it, get a nice close up on this, to actually make these Godox AD200 Pros fit inside this, there's a bit of plastic right here, okay? As standard, there's too much plastic for it to actually fit in. You need to take this off and you need to cut this bit of plastic here down, okay? I'll show you. Because this really struggled with me for a while. So you can literally take it straight off and you can see I've cut away here. You cut that off and it will fit, believe me, okay? These are like 20 quid, great. Easy peasy. Right, in terms of what you should buy, if you're going out doing events, go for the cheapest one. The Canon flash guns are reliable, they will do you justice, okay? The 600 EXRTs are great if you want a bit more control, and then 8200 Pros are a great midway for wedding photographers if you want a bit more power, a bit more punch. So thank you so much guys for checking out this video on my review on the different flash guns that I personally own and personally use. At the end of the day, with all of camera equipment, I always say you buy it cheap, you buy it twice, okay? You need to do the research and figure out what would be best for you. All these flash guns have done me justice. Find out what's good for you and buy what's good for you. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Press like and subscribe. Encourage me to make more of these by showing me how many views this can get. So share around. Thank you very much. Hope you guys are all good and we will see you guys in the next video, probably in 4 or 5 months time. Peace.